I was just getting a little message tonight from Spirit, and it's just kind of a reflection on consciousness. And I hear a lot when people talk about consciousness, I guess it's standard terminology, to call the stuff that we're not aware of, the stuff that we're not conscious of, the subconscious. But the energy that I'm receiving is that it's a more proper definition would be super consciousness or supreme consciousness, and that the reason that we can't access certain stuff that's in our super consciousness or our supreme consciousness is it is the conscious awareness of everything that has ever been or will ever be or is right now. It's the field of everything that has ever been or could be or will be. So this has a higher perspective than our person does. And really, what about bringing the subconscious to conscious should be looked at in the reverse, in my opinion. It's bringing our consciousness up to a super conscious level. So we're illuminating or opening up our consciousness to allow us to access more parts of our supreme consciousness, which is understanding multiple different timelines, our multiple different simultaneous lifetimes, connection with archangels and guides, telepathic communication, higher dimensional downloads, accessing Akashic records, all of these things, connecting with star families, with other avatars that we have that are living simultaneous lifetimes. Things like this are part of our supreme consciousness, that higher level of consciousness. And it's not accessible to us right now, so we call it subconscious, but it's really because our consciousness is at too low of a vibration. And the more that we raise our vibration, the more that we're able to access these different states of what is perceived as our subconscious, but it's really just the ocean of all information, all of creation itself. And the more that we are able to put into practice habits that will raise our vibration, that will influence our life and our personhood, to bring our ego, our self, our lower self, the person that we are, up to a higher vibration, the more that this personality consciousness is able to access that higher supreme consciousness, which is I guess quite often referred to as the subconscious in culture right now. But my perspective is that it's the opposite. It's a higher form of consciousness, and that is where our intuition comes from. That's where our heart guidance comes from. That's when you just get a feeling like, this situation isn't right, I need to get out of here. Or I really feel like I'm guided to do this thing, even though you have no material reason or any way to break down the facts of why that you should be doing this, but you just feel it to be true. That guidance is from a super conscious level, a supreme conscious level, a higher level of conscious awareness, which is basically accessing higher dimensional knowledge within ourselves. So yeah, just having some reflections on consciousness and kind of our perception of the subconscious, and the way that I see it and the guidance that I get is that it's more of a supreme consciousness that holds all things and all of the different archetypes and all of the different parts of ourself in totality. It's a unity of all consciousness, and it's accessing that is what gives us the ability to see where our traumas are, what needs to be healed. And that is why the things that will draw into our life, certain triggers and different things, they seem like they're subconscious because we're not aware really of why these perceived negative events are happening to us. But in my experience, more often than not, and most times it's just about perspective, but these experiences are leading us, they're trying to point us to an area to help our lower vibrational consciousness heal so that it can rise. So it's like our super consciousness is trying to assist us in understanding where those blockages are and how to release those to allow the energy to flow so that we can raise our vibration to a higher, that supreme level of consciousness and a deeper level of understanding. So yeah, I love y'all, and I just wanted to share the messages I was receiving tonight. So wishing you all a beautiful night, and blessings and love and light and all the good things. Much love, fam.